Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
The Rock and Review is so honored to have on country music legends, and they've won so many awards over the years. We can't even list them all. The Oak Ridge Boys, we've got Joe, Dwayne, William Lee, and of course, Richard bringing in the bass. Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Eric,
Thanks, Eric.
always great to see you, brother.
You know, I really preferred it last time I was with you guys in person there in the Opry, and I think it was before you guys were doing a show, but you've got a brand new album coming out June 11th, and a single has already released, and it is Front Porch Singin', and I love the album cover.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Our whole attitude for the album, Dave Cobb is responsible for much of this, is to do a singing on the front porch attitude. If the Oak Ridge Boys were all sitting on a porch singing together, what could we come up with? Some good old gospel, some new gospel, some good old country standards, some brand new great country songs, and let's just mix it up, but keep that attitude of four guys sitting there like we are now and just singing together. And I think we pulled it off, man.
Well, you know, and obviously listening to the album, the entire album, all of your voices shine through so well. And Dwayne, I got to bring this up to you. You know, we've talked before about how, you know, the band sort of started out in gospel and then went into mainstream country. How did you guys choose these songs?
Well, let's start with Life is Beautiful. Someone told me that I needed to go to the internet to listen and watch a video with Keb Mo doing Life is Beautiful, that they could hear me singing that song. Well, we were beginning to work on Front Porch Singin'. I watched that video and I was pretty much paralyzed. It got to me just from the very first performance by Keb. And it was like an earworm. It got in my head, and I had to listen to that song 2 or 3 times. Then again, before the day was over, I had probably listened to it 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
The next day, the first thing I wanted to do when I got up that morning was go listen to that song, watch that video. I scanned the internet and I got about every performance I could find of Keb Mo doing that song. Each one of them, I got more into that song.
Wow.
And as our pandemic and everything started happening, I realized how important this song could be in what we're looking for, because the message in that song is drawn together toward the end of the song is somewhere in the world, the sun is shining bright. And we all need to see that sun shining bright again right now. And while it's a beautiful love song with, I think probably an aged message, which we all are, I think there's also a message for today in what we've all been through in the last 1.5 to 2 years. So I think it's perfect for this album. It was the first song that I found, and I love the message in it. And that message, I think, holds true with our current life that we're living. And I think everybody will love it as a love song.
And Derek, and let me tell you, you can download it today.
Right now.
Life is Beautiful came out today.
Which is
Wherever you get
beautiful.
your music, you can download Life is Beautiful from the up and coming Front Porch Singin' album. Thank you.
I feel like you're taking my job, Joe. Okay,
Yeah,
now, William Lee, I've got to ask you this question, because like the last time, you know, I saw you guys was performing, was at the Country Music Hall of Fame. And William Lee, I know also, you know, in your spare time between, you know, making incredible music with the Oak Ridge Boys, you also do some pretty awesome paintings. And you're working on, and your book is going to be released in a few months. So how excited are you about this this new music, William Lee, with Front Porch Singin'?
Well, I'm excited about all of this. You know, we were all in the studio making music. I was in the studio with my boys making music the week before we started with the Oak Ridge Boys. And, but it's just, it's been August it was a time where we started healing ourselves, you know, through music, and it's kind of helped bring us out of this pandemic and given us something to hold on to, and it's just been a healing process, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, for all of us, is what the music we've been going through. And you know, I've been working on 5 major projects, 3 of those music projects with my sons, and then this major project here with the Oak Ridge Boys and Dave Cobb producing. And this is a big deal here that we're involved with. And we're mixing old and new with the Front Porch Singin project here. But it's a year of change. We've all been through change, but we're also, it's a year of being creative too, you know, and getting back to what brought us here to Nashville. And that was our love and our passion for music and for singing and for expressing ourselves through music and singing. And it's when we all get shut down and we get pushed aside, that our voices are not allowed to be heard, then it pushes us to being creative inside. And when we go in the recording studio, then what all is coming out is a product that we've been involved with here for this past year. And so it's been a creative process for all of us.
Well, speaking of which, you know, I can't let an interview go by without speaking with Richard also. And also one of the incredible artists that I blame for Elvira, 40th anniversary. And, you know, you bring so much of the bottom end of that song. I can't believe, Richard, it's been 40 years. And I know that the upcoming tour and everything that the Oak Ridge Boys are going to be doing, you guys are going to kind of highlight that song coming up too, right?
Well, we're going to do that. And you know, I will allow you to blame me for that. Thank you so much. But it's a wonderful song. It's our signature song. It's the song that people recognize us by. You know, you cannot listen to Elvira without smiling. You cannot listen to it without wanting to sing along. And when we perform in person, it's great to look out in the audience and people see people singing along. To watch men trying to do the Papa Mau Mau part along with me, that's always a lot of fun. And people want to dance. It's the kind of song that makes people forget about their cares, their worries, their troubles. And when you do that, you help people. And that's what this song has been a very helpful song, even during this difficult time. Elvira still holds up, and it's a great song for the Oak Ridge Boys.
Well, you know, and I think you said that so well, Richard, because so much of the Oak Ridge Boys catalog is just uplifting music. And I thought, you know, talking with you guys in the past, it's so interesting that, you know, you did gospel and just incredible gospel for so many years. And it seems almost like now you've come full circle with Front Porch Singin, kind of getting back to your roots, although you never left them. I know when I've seen you in concert live, which I always enjoy, and you guys just own a stage and your band is so amazing. But it's like you always have certain gospel songs in there. And I think that, you know, with the selection, you know, like Rock My Soul, you know, and Life is Beautiful, so many great tracks on here. I think everybody is going to find a song they enjoy. But you guys are known as a live performance band.
Yeah, I think we had the live show going long before we had hits. I mean, in gospel, Southern gospel music, man, we learned how to sing. And we don't like sing like little bitty. We sing big. You know, we get out there in 4-part harmony, whack it. And the live show is important. It still is today. You mentioned our band. Thank you. We've got one of the best bands ever right now. I mean, those guys just smoke it every night. And the shows are big. We just did a big show in Utah, I said the other night. And it just felt so good to be on stage singing. And we pay tribute to our roots and our heritage. Southern gospel is where we come from. We've never ignored it. It's you can hear that Southern gospel in a lot of the biggest hits we've had, even, to be honest, that 4-part Southern gospel sound. And it's fun to sing the old gospel songs. It's fun to sing them because we know they're meaningful. All of us still believe, man. We believe in the good Lord above, and we thank him for his blessings and for keeping us together and keeping us healthy through all this so that we can make creative music like William Lee was just talking about. So we're very thankful for all of it, man. We touch all the bases.
Well, and I think it's amazing, and I remember the last tour you guys had before the whole pandemic started. And I remember seeing the newly wrapped bus. So obviously I've got to ask the question, are you guys going to have a new wrap on the bus before you guys go back on the road this year?
Well, I hadn't really thought about that. We've got that good. We still got the last album kind of on there, and yeah, that would be kind of cool to rewrap the bus. It'd be kind of cool. Let's book a few dates right now so we can pay for it.
We may need to involve also, guys. Maybe a Cracker Barrel or something to where you actually have rocking chairs on stage, and fans can come up and they're on the front porch singing, just kind of hanging out, and just in case Richard needs a hand on Elvira or something.
Well, now listen. Now we do the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs on the Christmas tour. You know that.
I remember.
And we go out and sit on the rocking chairs and tell old stories and sing old songs. In fact, as Dwayne has been alluding to in interview after interview today, that's where Dave Cobb got the idea for Front Porch Singin', was watching us sitting on rocking chairs in the Christmas show. So we need to take that attitude and put it and make an album of it. And that's exactly what we did. But as far as our show now, we're not ready. We're like George Jones. We're not quite ready for the rocking chairs yet, man.
I don't think any of the four of you are ready with all the projects and everything you have going. But I do think it's a fun concept. Just like all of us, when you sit out front, and you're singing. Your guys' harmonies are so amazing, even today. And I think Dave Cobb did a great job of mixing you guys and highlighting each of your voices, which are, to me, so discernible when I hear any song that you do. And I can pick out each of you vocally when I hear the songs, but just a great selection. I know the whole album is already available for pre-order, and then it officially releases June 11th. You've got the one single out now, Life is Beautiful. Will there be more singles and maybe some other awesome videos?
Well, they have released, yes, to answer your question, they've released 2 songs already. Love, Light, and Healing and Life is Beautiful are both available right now, wherever you get your music, like I was joking about earlier, but it's true. And and the album comes out the 11th. And yes, we are planning a video, I think, for Life is Beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We're cutting that this month sometime.
This month or right into May sometime. We've got a new video planned, yes.
So, I still got my tickets from the last time I saw you guys at the Country Music Hall of Fame. And if I didn't mention it in the show, obviously you are all 4 members of the Country Music Hall of Fame. What does touring look like? More of it in the upcoming year and into next year. Obviously, you mentioned the one show. Are you guys planning some more big tours this year?
Oh, yeah. We've been kind of slow like everybody, and we haven't had many shows the last several months, obviously. We start to accelerate here as time is going on. Sometimes during this pandemic, you've had a bunch of dates booked and then they fell away. Well, so far right now, most of the shows we have booked, especially from June through December, are looking pretty solid. So we're going to get back to work big time this year and hit the road again pretty soon. We're hopeful, unless something weird happens again, But and then next year will be, if we can stay alive, next year's going to be monstrous.
As you all 4 mentioned, it's impressive that you can still make great music, have fun while you're doing it. And I think all of us as fans and listeners of music, we need this kind of message right now in this time of healing as the world starts to get back to normal.
Well, we couldn't agree with you more, Eric. Yeah. That's exactly how we feel about this album, about ourselves, about what we do.
What a great album. You guys just keep doing amazing vocals, particularly working with Dave Cobb on this album. Front Porch Singin', June 11th. A great album by the Oak Ridge Boys. Thank you, the 4 of you, for coming on the Rockin' Review.
Thank you, Eric. You're always good to us, man. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.